scoreboards. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with a loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
We're the top dog for the upcoming postseason, and we all know that is so important, Brock, because it's going to give their injured guys that extra week of recovery as they try to get back out there for a postseason run.
Yeah, Kate, and here's now the key. With that number 1 seed and that bye week secured in your pocket, you just do not want to add anybody to that injured list. And if that extra week of rest can help somebody, anybody, get back out there, what a lift for the postseason.
First down carry for Brown. Good defensive effort here drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Back to the line they come, second down. Man in motion, out of the slot. They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throw here, third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
A win is a win for him. Whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. To be the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
They're going play action. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out.
San Antonio, first down.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach his second down. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. He completes it in traffic. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is...
And he barrels across for the touchdown! The Dragons have a great first drive and get the game's first points. put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25. This New Orleans offense ready up for its second drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Starting out trips right here, 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Give on seconds, it's Brown. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Saints first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Saints first down.
They'll go play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And they are on him short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
The Dragons and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see that in our final week of the regular season, no one has had a better nose for the end zone than him. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Throwing now on 1st down. Into traffic, complete! And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 now from the 46. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 28. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
shotgun. And his progress is stopped, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points.
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Dragons take a 13-0 lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dragons drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Saints nothing.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. It's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Our score, 14-0. More from this one right after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. They're going to get to him, and what a shot! The football's out! And it looks like the defense has it.
I'll tell you this, Kate, the duality of quarterbacks in the league today continues to amaze me. It's remarkable how well they can throw it and run it. But in that case, when you turn into running back, what do you got to do? You've got to protect the football at all costs. He doesn't, and he gives that defense an extra possession.
The Dragons returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you can see that he's likely in store for some serious work today. He's coming into this final game. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. From the gun on 3rd down. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
For the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Brown on the inside give. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing it on 2nd down. Complete over the middle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it.
1st down. A gain of 11 on the play.
1st down, play action. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. 2nd down run gets him 5. Now they've got 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
He's going to throw this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. And we'll see, Brock, if they go back to that ground game this drive after how well they ran it their last time out.
I'm going to probably say yes on that one, Kate. This is a team with a known identity across the league. They're going to hang their hat on running the football effectively. I think they'll get right back to work.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled for a short gain. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and
Air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And this is brought to a stop at the 34-yard line there. A gain of 15 there. And that gives them a first down.
10 at the 34-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to bring up first down. They'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. Great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. To throw here on first down. Finds the in route complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And we might be close to this lead blown again. That play gives him a first and goal.
And the San Antonio first down. First down and goal to go.
They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Has some room to work, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dragons take a 20-zip lead.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same. Boy, has he made it out, scoring touchdowns on the ground.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dragons stretch their lead to 21. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. Escapes the defender. And his drive will start inside the 25. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback in his offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
They go play action on first down. Looking right, and he finds it. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
First down, New Orleans.
Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun, he loses the football. But I believe the Saints got this one back. Yep, someone landed on top of that one. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, Bucks they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from San Antonio coming up. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 5 still to go here. This is second down. They're throwing it. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And the Saints, first down.
They are throwing it again. They bring pressure, and they're going to get to him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Complete out to the right side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Running back sends in motion. Here he goes, third and long. Throwing the out route complete. And this one does not go far. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Return coming from the 6. He dodged the tackle, and he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense getting all set for this series. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. Pass play now. Continuing to move past the 45. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They're all set now. 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. So the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. At the distance, but no good. It finds that left upright. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. He's back to throw. Catch made underneath by the back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Throwing here just before halftime. Throwing this for the end zone. And he will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. It all comes down to this. Week 18. All the playoff spots and playoff seedings will be locked up. Let's get into the highlights. Our journey through the NFL starts now. NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans at home to take on the Titans in the AFC South. And this is the Texans wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And here's the Bears wideout. This will help the old stat line. He's going to make the catch and realize, I don't think anyone's going to get me, and they don't. Put it down as an 81-yard catch and run for the score. The Bears are in as the division champs. They finish off the regular season in style. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And here is the running back. He gets a seal here and a seal here, and off he goes. The Nighthawks get the victory, 27-21 the final. With that, a look here at the playoff picture in the NFC here in this final week of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Is the Saints kickoff. To tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. Shoots away from 1. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Dragons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing. They're going play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
On second down, here's Dobbins. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. There's the old list of inactives for this week, partner. They knew in advance they were going to be missing these guys, but it doesn't make it any easier replacing what they bring to the field.
Next man up, I know it's cliche, but boy, does it fit. As soon as you know during the week you're going to be without somebody, you've got to get that backup ready to go. And not just to function position, but to shine. The sign of a good front office, Kate, it's when those depth pieces they bring in can shoulder the pressure and perform when their number's called. All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
And the fair catch secure here at the 16. The Saints and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up second down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Here they go again, set for 3rd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Dragons back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. Throwing off the play fake. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to throw now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's got the hook up to Weaver. And they take him down right along the 30. 3rd and just 2 to go.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
1st down, play action. That's caught at the 4. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
San Antonio, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. He's got it. And in he goes for the touchdown. The Dragons can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Dragons grow their lead yet again.
Saints 3.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A give now to Brown. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down. All set to go now from the 35.
1st down, Saints.
They'll go play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. A run with Brown. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's Brown again. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Dump off, caught by his back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Like the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. He's going to throw it. Throw is caught. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They call pass on 2nd and goal. Intercepted in the end zone.
When chances to score have been so few and far between for your offense, Kate, you've got to come through in these opportunities, especially now in the 2nd half. Like all game, this defense has just risen to the occasion and jumped on the chance at that interception.
Their offense ready to take the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Offense to the line. Here we go. The play fake. He'll throw. Finds his fullback. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. Escapes the defender. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go, 1st down. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Here's Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that 1st down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking in the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down right along the 30. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff to Dobbins. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. All right, here we go. Second down. Pass play coming here. From pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Brings up third down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Third and long for him here. He's got it in the red zone. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints come marching onto the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 37-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denies the yard they needed. Third down coming up. Third down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this fourth down. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Here we go with Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. To the air now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Going with Brown on the ground. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run again with Brown. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Air it out on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. Going all the way to the end zone here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. They'll throw to begin this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact. It's now 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
He fields this at the 18. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Saints returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Here's Brown, shotgun drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pressure's on him, and it's going to get home. He's dropped. So the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a pop.
On him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. The return begins on their side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Dragons and this running back headed back out for a new series. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. It is cut left side. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Give now to the running back. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
3rd down run by Dobbins. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in San Antonio. Dragons close to a 16th win to end the regular season. So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for him. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Short side option here. He's running left. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. First down from the 41. Setting up to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. Well, Brock, the playoffs didn't materialize for them this year, but at least they were able to rally together here in this final week and close the campaign out with a victory.
Yeah, you know, once those playoffs are out of the picture, your focus really becomes building some hope for next season, ending things on a good note and getting people excited about your tape and what's to come in the future. And in this win, we certainly saw some of those moments that make me excited to see them chase the playoffs next season.
So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Dragons emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from San Antonio.